Hello everyone, so this is our Magic5 Pro, and in just a few minutes I would like to tell you my opinion on it. And it's not the best opinion there is, because I believe this is the weakest flagship we have from any other manufacturer from last year. So it was released a year ago, and it got few software updates in that time, but I'm not very pleased with it. The reason I bought it is because I'm a huge Huawei fan, and I believe this was the next logical step for me to take to buy this phone, because it has the Huawei's DNA, and unfortunately, in my opinion, it's not good or nearly as good as, let's say, some other Huawei's like P40 Pro or something. Okay, first I'll tell you a few things about it. So, huge display, 6.8 inches, triple camera setup, 3 cameras, all are 50 megapixels. The zoom one goes up to 3.5 zoom optically, and digital zoom is 100x, but that's rubbish. 12 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of internal storage. The problem that I have with this phone are software based, and when you use this phone, it's like you're using 5 years old software. Okay, so let me show you a few examples. First of all, you don't have a double tap to swipe to lock. You can swipe here, so that's one of misadvantages. When you go to Gboard to type, the keyboard is way down low, so you don't have a bit of space like on any other phone, on Samsung, on Xiaomi, on Google Pixel. You have like bars, so when you're typing, you don't have to break your thumbs and go way too low on it. So that's kind of reduces user experience for me. Also, when you're locking the phone, the fingerprint scanner is way too low, so you have to, it would be optimal to be here, but you have to go all the way down there to do that. Okay, let's talk about other thing I don't like, and that's camera software. So camera software at the first glance is very similar to Huawei phones, but it's just similar in looks. So okay, let's go from the left to the right. You have the aperture mode. Unfortunately, aperture mode works only on main camera. So if you can remember, Huawei's P30, P40, they had aperture mode on 3x lenses, and you could get some really decent shots there. Night mode, nothing special, works on all lenses, great. Portrait mode, again, only main lens. I don't know why they didn't put it on telephoto lens. Photo mode, okay, same, works on all lenses, okay. Video mode, unfortunately there is no 8K video resolution, so only 4K 60, but good thing is when you're shooting video, you can switch lenses during the video. Let's say on Samsung S23 Ultra you cannot do that. You have movie mode that is not very interesting to me, so it is what it is. Pro mode supports all the lenses, but only on JPEG. If you switch to RAW, you lose support for the additional lenses, and that's just crazy in 2024 or 2023, whenever it was released. I hope they will get it with the software, but nope, still nothing. So Pro mode on RAW, only main lens. And under more, you have few options here that are standard for Huawei phones. However, there is no, in high-res, there is no high-res AI mode that was on P40 Pro that made all wonders possible. And as you can see, there is no light painting mode, so no silky water, no light trails, no star trails, and that was the best mode that you could have on a Huawei phone. The other thing you don't have is monochromatic mode, and that was as well burned the DNA of Huawei phones. I love to use that. So when you pay something in a store 1200 euros, you expect it to have all modern features. The next thing that it's very annoying is that now it's April 12, 2024, and this phone is still stuck on Android 13. So Most other manufacturers, in after all, updated their flagships long ago to the Android 14, but no, not Honor. I mean, they did release it like in China or something, but come on, it's time to make global releases normality, to release the software at the same time everywhere, and not to have it in some country, not in some else. As for the rest of the phone, it's very quick, it's very snappy, but that's what you expect from Snapdragon Gen 2 at 12 gigabytes of RAM. But the rest, the camera, the user experience with software, the slow software updates, they're very weak to me. The one thing also I had about camera that you can now do on almost every other manufacturer is to control that phone doesn't auto switch lens. So if you want to zoom to something near to you, when you go to 3.5, the phone will actually use 3.5 lens. So Samsung has it in camera assistant, Xiaomi has it in camera settings, but no. The phone will auto choose which lens to use, and that's kind of really bad. Also, there is no option to disable post-processing. So when you take a shot of people and you shoot someone, it doesn't stay the same way. When you click to preview it, it kind of alters the photo to make it more appealing, and I personally don't like that. So yeah, in my opinion, Honor did basics of Huawei's software, but they removed all the fun parts from camera, and they didn't upgrade it enough for me to recommend it. As for the camera quality, DxO gave it huge mark. It's still in top 10, I believe. For me, it's disappointing because no fun camera modes and white balance at low light. It's very poor. I will show you now a few photos and video samples so you can choose on your own. Okay, so I only have few camera samples for you. You'll see that during the day the image quality is decent, noise is controlled. This is ultra wide shot, and you can see the details are not the best, sharpness is not the best, but it's expected for ultra wide camera. When we go next to the 1x shot, it gets a bit sharper, very nice contrast, nice saturation of colors, details are very nice. So during the day you'll have no problems. At 3x, 3.5x, really detailed shot. You can see it here. It's sharp all the way to the edges. And we also have 10x digital zoom. It's barely usable. So when they say they have 100x zoom, you can take that as a joke and marketing gimmick. Okay, here is a shot with a 3.5x inside, and you can see it is not the best. So yeah, I don't know how this camera got such a high score on the DxO mark, but it's not that good. Okay, so another shot with 1x, good enough. I believe this is 2x optical. You can see it's kind of artificial texture here. 3.5 shot, nice details, and everything above that it just kind of loses its meaning. Again, 3.5, not the best, and 10x usable, but nothing more than that. Shot of a night, nearly night sky with 3.5x, not the best in focus, and another one just poor details. So when we go to the low light, main camera is decent. You can see that it controls bright lights very nice, and there is no lens flare whatsoever. Again, with very bright light, very nicely controlled. So this main sensor is actually decent. I would use it on any cam, and for the main shot you'll have no problem. Again, main shot, very nice. This one was a bit out of focus, but it happens sometimes. This is I tried to shot with 3.5 camera at low light, and the results are just mess. Okay, 1x shot, no portrait mode used. You can see that background is blurred, but it's kind of not that creamy bokeh you would expect. 3.5 shot at internal light, decent. Not the best, not the worst I've seen. Definitely not in top 10 cameras in the world, like someone would want you to think. This was shot with the aperture mode. You get a bit creamier background here. Aperture mode, loss of details. Details are very much destroyed. 3.5 shot, again with artificial details on skin. Another one. Yeah, I mean, this is not camera to recommend in my opinion. I don't know how much Honor pays for marketing, but maybe they should reinvest that money in camera tech. I don't know. I would rate camera 6 out of 10. I took the point out because of not best zoom lenses. Another point out because the camera software by itself is not the best. Another point because you cannot control which lens it uses. And another point because it doesn't have all the newest capabilities like 8K video recording. So yeah, that's it for the camera review. To conclude, this is a decent phone. This is not a trash phone. It has good battery. It lasts all day battery with fast charging. It has wireless charging. It has great screen. It has decent enough camera quality. But then again, for that money, you would expect more. I haven't had a chance to try Magic 6 Pro yet, but I hope they fix those things. And yeah. I'm using now this one, Pixel 7 Pro and S23 Ultra, and out of those three phones, this is my least favorite. And if you can buy cheap for like 500 euros, yeah, do it. But don't go to store and don't buy this phone if you are a core Huawei fan.